Okay, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a BI-30 here in the shop, which we recently purchased, and it needs a door seal, which is right here. You can see it's all torn, and here is the door seal, 702-3317. So what we're going to do first, on this particular model, the BIs, the late model 600s, and the new CLs all have the ability to remove just the door from the slides with these 3 bolts on each side, and you can just take the whole door off and leave everything else in there. It's a lot easier. So we're going to do that. Let me get the right tools. So I got a T20 star wrench here, which will fit in there. 1/4 inch rat socket here. Just going to break these because it's pretty, once you get them loose. Now there's no way to adjust this door forward and backwards. Not that I know of anyway. I look at it, maybe the tracks you can adjust, and several people have contacted me asking me how to adjust it. So if you want to go in and out this way, there's no way to do that on here. So I had a problem once with the job, and I used shims, like washers behind there, to do that. All right, hold on, let me get this gasket out. Okay, so here's the gasket, the seal. I'm using the cardboard box as a shield against the panel so we don't scratch it up. So it's heavy, so you may have to pick the door up. Take the load off it. Don't worry about those. Those are just spacers. So that spacer goes in here like this. So I don't know if Sub-Zero has a shim kit yet available for this. We'll find out. Here's the other one. All right, let's lay this down. And then we're going to take off the door seal. Now this is a push-on door seal. There are no nuts and bolts. It's called a low pull. So you just have to get okay, now right here, this is called a dart, D-A-R-T, and that dart fits into this channel, see, around the whole perimeter of the door. And what you have to do is you have to line it up, the dart with the channel. I'll do the corners first, and then you push it in like this. And if it's hard to do on some, it's easier if you soak it in hot water to loosen up the vinyl. Sometimes it's just hard to get in. You can almost feel it seating. Okay, let me pull it up this way to give you a better view. So we'll start here, corner. You see what I'm doing here? If you can see that dart getting pressed in to the channel, you can feel it as it goes in. Nice. Make sure the dart is over the channel, because if it's not and you're pushing there, it's, see, like that's not in. It's got to be right over the center of that channel to get that in there. You know, test it, pull it a little bit, no, not hard, but pull it, and you can see that it's in there. Let's say that section right there is not in. Now it is. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm rocking this up and down so that that dart gets centered over the channel. I mean, there's no tool that you can get to squeeze this other than hands that I know of. So right here, you're not in there. It's in. Just making sure that this is in, because that's better. Okay. Right here. See, that was them in. Okay, now let's put the door back on. Okay, ready to go back in. Put the spacers in there. Get this started. Once you get it started, it'll hold up easier for you to put in. Put this one in here. Another bolt. Not all the Sub-Zeros have the same size T20s on here. I did a job the other day on an older model 650 with the same configuration door setup, and it was a larger torque. I think it was a T25. Okay, so we'll take this and we're going to tighten these up, snug them up, don't over tighten them. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's open up the door. Beautiful. Now, one of the things that you might want to do is just to check the door and make sure it's sealing all the way around the perimeter, is take a piece of paper, or in this case you can use a dollar bill, and it's called a paper test, dollar bill test. You put it in there and you make sure there's drag. If you can feel drag, you can't move it back and forth, it's tight. So you do the same thing with the sides, and you also do the same thing with the bottom. As long as you got drag, you know that magnet's touching the chassis. Okay, that's tight. Beautiful. Okay, my friends, thank you for watching. That's how you change a door seal on a BI. Same thing with the upper door or in the other door. It's called a low pull. I will see you guys